Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Let Loose Dog Talk.
Hold on,
Hey, today.
hold on. Play that video again. I like
Hold
it. I had my headphones up. Boom, boom, boom. It's exciting, bro. I feel like the movie's about to start.
So you know what? I'll play it at the end because right now I'm like, where do I press? What do I press? No, but hey, today we have a good. We got special guests. We got the Sykes brothers. We got Cole House and Samuel, and man, great dudes. And today it's about them. Usually they host their podcast, but today it's all about them. They're the guests today.
Wait,
All right.
wait.
So,
Yeah.
gentlemen, I don't know whoever wants to go first. Tell me a little bit about you guys. Where you guys from, where you guys come from, and what dogs you guys have.
Go for it, bro. You go first.
Well, we're originally from California, from Bakersfield. Uh, been out here, Arkansas, what, like 7, 8 years, I think. I'm not sure. A while though. Um, as far as the dogs go, I never really got into it till about like 2021 is when I got my first oldie. We've had dogs
Okay.
prior to that, but not for like breeding and stuff. Just like neighborhood dogs and stuff you see around the neighborhood, pit bulls, Rottweilers, stuff like that. But as far as breeding goes, 2021 is when I got my first oldie.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. I got a question, bro. When did you have
What's
a pit
up?
bull?
What's up?
When did you have a pit bull?
I said neighborhood dog. I said neighborhood dogs, fool.
No, for Pitbull,
Dogs in the
the
neighborhood.
the artist. Pitbull,
Which
the
Nah,
one?
artist. Dale.
Oh,
nah.
Dale. No. I can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should know,
Martin is
just you know
asking which
dogs you see
brother is
in the
older.
neighborhood.
Which brother is older?
Was that a real question?
I guess Martin
Wait,
wants to know.
I asked Dennis if you guys were twins. He told me no today, earlier.
Oh yeah.
So then now he wants to know which one's older.
Twins.
Yeah. I thought you were twins. Not like identical. One's
Sam,
cuter than the other one.
If
Yeah.
Sam,
Arnold
if you would have shaved your
Schwarzenegger
I
head,
won't say which
you
one.
look like Cole.
Nah, hell no.
Come on.
I don't accept that whatsoever. Come on, man.
yeah,
So,
I'm older, 6 years.
nah,
6 years, yeah.
he's definitely older.
What? Older and wiser.
Yeah. At least older.
Double up on me. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, Cole. Sometimes you learn things from your younger brother, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
he drank to that
It's
one. He said,
possible.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, whatever you said.
Yeah. I used to get his hand me ups too for New Year's. That worked out. You know what I mean?
There you go.
He grew up, got him a job,
Is
got
that
more money than
M&Ms?
he needed. He would like get a new Apple Watch. And we're like, what you do with the old one? Man, give me that.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, see, yeah.
Yeah, it worked out a little bit. Yeah. You know, I get he buys a new set of Beats, and I get his old ones because he's, you know what I mean. He had
Nice.
that. You know what I mean?
Let's do that.
You ever
Yeah,
come
yeah.
home and he was wearing your shirt? You ever come home and was like wearing your shirt or something?
Well, when you're 6 years apart,
Did he ever borrow your clothes without asking?
Like I said, 6 years, bro. So
Yeah.
I'm in ninth grade. He's in third grade. It's a whole nother. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't,
But-
till like later. Then you get old enough to where it don't matter, you know?
Yeah.
25.
But it was
That's
fun,
true.
though. Yeah, that's my brother, bro. That's my ride or die right there. So
That's
There
right.
you go.
whatever we into, we usually into it together. So
That's right.
mm-hmm. Were you
So-
coming in? Were you coming too late from Gam? This is
Oh
your show.
man, you know how it goes. I almost had to call it all quits right now. I was
All of
ready to
it?
just
The whole-
scrap the whole thing, everything, scrap the whole thing. But I made it.
The whole thing, the show, the dogs, the cat,
The
turbo,
dogs.
all of
That's it. Everything. I was about to post a farewell on Instagram.
it.
Delete all the
I'm
dog
only eating
pictures.
My whole life's
If-
changed. Yeah.
If you need me, the real one's got my number, right? Take all the dogs, just start posting selfies, candid photos of me only. Nah, never. That would
Wait.
never be me.
Yeah, no. If I go away, it'd be quietly. They'd be like, man, what happened to
Yeah.
Sykes? Gone, bro.
You'd
Hit
be
the
like,
lotto. Gone.
yeah, they just pop up like it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
True that,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah, no, but my apologies. I I'm on the late train.
No, it's all
Nah, you
good.
good, bro. It's earlier over there. I know you just get home from work.
What time is it over there?
Man, it's 8:00.
Oh, dang. Yeah, the
Damn,
sun's still out over
I'm
here.
gonna tell you, like Cole told me, they're in the future, bro.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I'm in the
real. You guys
future.
are in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you,
You
how-
are.
do you look at the future? You thought you would?
You're you're ahead of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Samuel?
So
Somebody's calling him. Go
it's
ahead,
my
Dennis.
phone ringing. I don't know. Somebody from Ohio.
You're important. Ohio.
No, I'm really not.
It's about
Really
dogs
not.
for sure.
See, probably. But this whole thing's new to me, bro. This whole thing. Okay, look. Like in school, I played sports, so like everybody knew who I was, whatever. But after school, I went home, bro. I wasn't the person in the mix all the time. I've never been. You know what I mean? So all this is like new to me, and some of it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Well, now that you're all popular,
Nah, I ain't gonna call it that,
now that you're
You know what I
popular,
mean?
look at you on podcast.
bro. Like I said, some of it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
That's all
no,
good.
it's cool.
but it's all good because hey, now they know who Sykes Pups is.
Yeah.
So
You know?
okay, so you guys went to AB show recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to a show.
Yeah.
Did somebody you didn't know be like, hey, it's you, it's Dennis?
You know what?
Or you knew who
No, you
I
know what?
think
No,
that's the
no.
weird part for
Yeah, that's true. Because I did that to you when at the Beast.
Nah, train yard.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You're like
Train
looking at,
yard might be the best.
you're looking at each other, you're like, you remember me or no? Who's gonna say, is it you? Are you so and so? Right? That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I know you from the internet. Or you talk to them and they like, I follow you. I think we follow each other. I saw you on this. Like, oh yeah, okay, cool. But a little bit of that. I think Dennis probably
I did.
somebody
I
that-
had one lady that kind of was like, "Oh, Dennis," and I didn't know who she was until later on. I was like, "Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, now I could put a face to the name."
Look at you. You're gonna be on Casa de Famosos next. So my wife was, is that Dennis in my kitchen? No, he's on the TV show now.
He's doing a commercial.
Yeah.
He's doing a commercial right here.
Hey, Cole, and you know what? So I know people know you by breeding oldies, but tell us what other breed you have because I know Gam is really interested in one of those suckers.
Caught me. You caught me in the comments.
Oh yeah. So
The sausage dog.
we have dachshunds. That's actually the breed we started with. Like I said, my brother said we always had dogs and stuff like that, but just pets, And breeding dogs was. I always heard stories as a kid of my grandfather. One grandfather bred Dobermans, and like later in life he got injured, he was in a wheelchair, but that's how he fed the family with the Dobermans.
Wow.
My other grandfather was a teamster, a truck driver, right? And these are the stories I always heard, So like breeding dogs was always kind of talked about, but and then got older, and I'm gonna do it. We bought a dachshund, and we got our papers, and that was the first dog we ever bred, and I still keep some. I would probably always have a breeding pair. I don't know that I'll have a big program, but they're fun. I like them. I never have to buy
Send one
another
over
one
here.
at this rate.
Send one over here.
Yeah.
We can keep it over here on this side.
Hey, and you know what? We and Gam
Yeah.
have talked about it. And it seems like that breed is getting more popular out here on the West Coast, as we see more people having them and stuff. So,
yeah. Now too that we've been looking at them, I'm starting to like be able to kind of determine now, like, a better look than the others. In the beginning, it's like you see one, you're like, okay, cool. I guess that's what it looks like. Then you see some more, you're like, oh, those look a little nicer than those over here. And now you have something to compare it to and kind of see. So I did see some like with the long hair and some nice, color and stuff like that. There were some pretty good ones. I don't know the exact standard, but to me, if it looks nice, it looks nice, right? But, yeah.
Well,
shoot one over here.
The thing about it that turned out to be like, I would love to say that I thought about this going in, but I didn't. It just turned out this way. Is that with the Dachshund, like they come basically in all the colors, just like bulldogs do. So as I learned about the Dachshund, you know what I mean? More of that transferred over than like as soon as I got into oldies, people try to tell me what colors are and like what genes make them. I'm like, nah, that ain't what that is, And
yeah.
From so
yeah,
it all dogs are dogs at the end of the day, I guess. And even though they look so much different, you learn dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dogs.
Yeah, but like I said, I love them. I'll always have some.
How's their temperament?
Out of all the looks, they're dogs.
Yeah,
I tell my customers, don't let the cute face and the smooth taste fool you. They're dogs. They're gonna dig holes in your backyard.
Do they dig?
They're gonna do everything. Oh yeah, bro.
Isn't that what they were bred for? Right? That's why they're long and low to the ground. Right for that, like to go under the holes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna dig holes like when I have my bulldogs out, and bulldogs do the spring pole and everything else. My male Curtis is at the back door going bonkers. Let me out. So when the bulldogs are done, I gotta let him out and let him do his thing too. If you're out there hanging on the rope.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
They're cool, man. We were talking about how I noticed them, but they're dope.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'll be a nice reel to have.
Yeah.
There's videos out there. Internet problem.
Are you good, Sam? You good?
Well, internet. Put that back up there. Put that back up there. Wait. Look at that picture.
I know.
I thought it was somebody else, like letting us know, like, hey, his internet is down. But it was
his fiance, yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was letting us know, like, oh, I was like, that's cool. She's looking out, but it's him. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, and your brother had a big announcement that day of your shows too, right?
Yeah. He proposed.
Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, damn.
He's engaged. Yeah. She said she didn't comment.
She's in the comments. Congratulations. Yeah.
Hey, but he's smart though. He's smart because he made sure to ask when I wasn't there.
Really?
You don't know why?
How did he do that?
Why?
You were in the show.
Was it part of the show? Or that would just happen to be the same day? Or is that when we got the news?
They were outside or I don't know. I wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. The point is you've seen Big Daddy, right?
Yeah.
Remember when he proposed and you're not gonna propose, are you? I told him I was gonna do that to him. I'm gonna get you.
Oh, okay.
So then he made sure I wasn't around. I'm like, touche, well played.
Yeah, he played it well.
No, that was cool.
Yeah.
You know, when I found out that they announced it, I thought he had made like a big speech, in front of everybody, like kind of in the ring, like kind of stop the music.
Yeah, I thought you announced it.
That's exactly
that was cool. That's how I pictured it in my head, It's like
Yeah.
I was there just to come find out. He did it on the outside.
Yeah.
And then you heard
Still,
about
though,
it while after? Did you hear like the chatter? Like, hey, your brother got engaged. Like, what?
he came in and told me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
You didn't say
cool.
he's too shy.
Yeah, no,
Is
he
he
came
shy?
and
Who's
told
the
me. He
shy
made
one?
sure. He's not. My brother's not shy at all.
He's not.
He's listening. He's peeping game, and when he says something, he's coming with it. You know what I mean? But he's not shy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
like
kind of
this
out of the
one.
box more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
what's
but I
up.
wouldn't call him shy.
No, not shy.
That's cool. So Cole, tell us a little bit. What made you get into the bulldogs though? Because I know from the smaller dogs to a bulldog, you know.
Bro,
Or what's it that
I
caught
want
your
to.
eye that you were like, all right, I want a bulldog.
Okay, so before that, I had a Corso, right? His name was
Yeah.
Conan. He was not a very well bred dog or nothing like that, but he was a Corso. That was my first purebred dog, right? Like I said, not that he was high quality, but I say purebred as in you can read the book and the dog does what the book says it's going to do, temperament wise, all that stuff. Like, adds up. Purebred dog was my first one. But I didn't like that. Like when people came over, I had to kind of put my dog away for a little bit. Let the dog smell you in the house, hear that I'm not freaking out, and I could let him out, whatever. But I didn't like that. You know what I mean? And then we bred dachshunds. We had dachshunds for a little bit, and I was like, but I want something that's more something. You know what I mean? Me, like I could walk around on a leash.
Yeah.
Because to this day, if I go to the store with one of my dachshunds, like I take Bella to the store, I don't put her on a leash. She just follows me around. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I'm not walking a dachshund on a leash. But I just want something, and I didn't want a pit because we've met. You've seen me. I got enough barriers to cross with people anyway.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else to keep old ladies on the other side of the street. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get a pit.
Yeah.
Something approachable. You know what I mean? It's cool, but approachable. Friendly. And I was going to get an English bulldog. Looked at those, like everybody else who has oldies probably. Read about all the issues. I'm like, nah, I'm going to do that. I guess I just won't get a bulldog. And then on YouTube, watch this video, a documentary video with Ari Tosi about the Old English Bulldog. I said, check that out. Started researching, started looking, and I found a litter that was here in Arkansas. That was the first time I ever spent what I called big money on a dog. I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to go check it out, make sure they were real, make sure they were there. And that was in 2020, 2019, something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was the dog. That was when I bought Nakona. That was her name. And that was the dog that my brother came to the apartment one day. I lived in an apartment. So I had a dachshund and an oldie puppy. I can only have 2 dogs. My brother comes over. He's like, man, I want to get one of those. I'm like, let me show you something. This dog that I've been looking at that I get, you know what I mean? And that's when he got one. So we kind of got into him around the same time.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what's up.
So
Yeah.
was it
Can you
a
guys-
male or female that you guys got?
Females. Both
Oh, it
got
was
females.
both females. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What'd you guys name those first two?
My first one's name was Nakona. It's a baseball mitt company, and they have it's a town in Texas, whatever. But they make baseball mitts, and I always thought it was a cool name. You know what I mean? So,
and what about
that. And my
Samuel? What
brother,
did he name his?
he still got
He
her.
still has that one? What's her
Hey,
name?
can you hear me?
Oh, we could hear
Yeah.
You can hear me? Okay. Her name is Momo.
you. Momo.
Momo.
Momo, yeah.
That's that Brindle big girl, right?
Yeah, she's right here.
That's the one.
Is she Brenda? Oh,
Yeah.
tight. And then you still have her.
Yeah.
The road
Yeah,
dog.
she's right. She's old now.
And then
Yeah.
that male that Sam has, what's his name? Bob. when he came in
Boogeyman,
the
Boogie
picture.
Bob, yeah. He came in. Well, that's almost son, her first litter. So,
Oh, okay.
but 2 years ago, almost in April too.
Yeah, we
Boogie
had
Bob.
we had tried to breed her a couple times, and she didn't take. Turns out we just didn't know what we were doing yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a learning curve with these dogs. It's not just put two of them together in the yard and let them do their thing. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So, and that was like I said, that was a learning curve. And but when she did though, she produced 7 males.
That's right. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So why Bob though? If from all the pups she produced, why Bob? What caught your eye on him?
Well, I guess I'll answer. When
When
Bob was a puppy, his head was just different. First of all, his head was different. And I go for that's Mo. That's the mom. That's the female.
Oh, okay.
I tend to I kind of separate the puppies in groups. I have like a big group and a little group in my mind, the big ones and the little ones.
Yeah.
And usually it's like the middle puppy in the big group is the one I'm drawn to.
Yeah.
Because the size, the frame is there. And usually that one's with the size, it still has like a little bit of cleaner qualities about it. You know what I mean? The angles are like a little better or whatever. But he's got the full frame.
Yeah.
And there was Bob, and there was one that looked pretty much just like him, his twin, that was like just a little bit bigger. I was like, nah, take that one, bro. You know, and my formula works as long as they're not my puppies. When they're my puppies, I get a little too, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, but this other one is cool too. And instead I'm like, nah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Be settled, be done. You know?
Yeah.
I know right now, Cole, you have a litter of oldies. Are you going through that process right now where you're like, man, I don't know?
Every day.
Which one?
Every day. Okay, look, there's 10 puppies. Oh, don't share that.
Okay.
Oh,
How many one are you picking? How many are you gonna keep? One?
I'm gonna keep a boy and a girl.
Okay.
And I got it down to 2 boys I'm picking between and 2 girls I'm picking between. And every day I go back and forth twice. I mean, but we're getting there.
Probably a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I'd love to keep them all, but nah.
Have you ever considered?
And in the same breath, I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered taking Bob back to the mom?
No, because Bob produces his type pretty good already.
Oh, okay.
Like if I show you Bob and I show you a couple of the puppies he produced, you're like, okay, yeah, this is the dead ringer. You know what I mean? But what I did do, this breeding I have now was Bob bred to his half sister. Same sire.
There you go.
Yeah, here's Bob as a puppy.
Let me see.
Go ahead.
Let me show. Oh yeah.
And that's okay. Look, his name's Boogie Bob because of this collar on. My mom, my brother had collars for all the puppies. You know, the regular ones that come. You know, blue, green, pink, whatever.
Yeah.
But he got a tie dye. He got a tie dye one. So my mom started calling him Bob Marley. I'm like, yeah, that name's taken already though. So we went Boogie Bob.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's weird to have a dog named Bob. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
weird like that, I guess. Yeah,
but
I think
it's fun though. In my mind, I picture being somewhere and like. And they're just like at a show, and they're naming the dogs. This is, you know, Thor and Exodor and all this other and Bob. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they were talking about some dog names at the dog show.
Oh, that's right.
And what was it? Something like I don't know what boner or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so they like made it that way, so they would call it. They had to call the full call name, and it was something like that. It was pretty good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes people have some pretty cool call names and stuff like that. I think that's always fun. Sometimes I figure like, you got to get creative, especially if you continue to like me. I never name like puppies, but I see some people like will name the whole litter. Like, hey, it's all up for sale, but we still give the litter names. I'm like, dang, I'm not that creative. So sometimes like one or two get names from the litter because we're either gonna keep it or they already got the name because the owner is like, oh, I've had a dog, and they're like, oh, we're gonna name her Penny. So if you can start naming her, hey, she's your puppy, we'll start calling her that. Or my kids normally they pick kind of something, depending on like a characteristic of a dog, and then they still talk about dogs that we had that we never kept. I'm like, that's this dog, and she's not named that no more. He's not named that. But yeah, that's always cool to see people's names and where they get it from and stuff. Dennis, do you name your dogs like your litters? Or like actual puppies, just random?
No, I don't. I let the customers, if they tell me, hey, start naming my dog this, and that's when I start doing it. But no, I just be like puppy A, puppy B, whatever it is.
The white one, the brown one.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, that's how I've always been like that too. This is the first. This one's in here. The first ones I ever gave names to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at see, Martin said, I'm afraid to use up a good name on a dog I don't keep. Yeah. See, that's what I'm always afraid. I'm gonna run out, and I'm like, damn, I named them already. I think Martin has already two Pepsis or Pepsi 2s, right? I think he had one. Yeah, I think like Martin has another 2.0. And I think another dog he has a 2.0 too, I think.
I think Pantera, no?
Martin, is that true? Yeah, I think he might have something like. I don't have any.
Hey, maybe he's got a Pepsi. Maybe he's got a Pepsi and a Pepsi.
And a Pepsi.
There you go.
Yeah, Pepsi and Panteras. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Doble P.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Pepsi and Pepsi.
These ones here are Sesame Street names because mom's name's Cookie Monster. So I'm like, okay, we'll just do that. But I was driving today at work, and I was thinking, it would be a cool theme for names. And if somebody does it, they in living color. They got like Fire Marshal Bill, Homie the
Clown. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. He used to work with a guy they call him Fire Marshal Bill. That's funny. But that is pretty good. Yeah. I've seen that where people do like themes, depending on, the litter, or they call it like this litter or that litter. That's pretty good. Yeah. So if you're gonna use that in living color, you're there first, Colehouse.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to have another litter.
And I like to do things that are goofy too, not too like, oh, this is the fire and ice or the thunderstorm litter, or like, come on, dog, relax.
Not everything's that serious. Yeah. Like it's, you know what I mean? 2.4 ounces right now. Chill out, God of War.
Right. Yeah, God of War. The planets. Yeah. So, but it's fun though. I like you said. I like puppies. They're fun. They don't, they're usually right where you left them for a little while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they're not.
Yeah.
Then they're not like babies saying.
Yeah. Then they turn into.
Do you see yourself now that you have bulldogs, you produce bulldogs? Do you see yourself owning another breed besides a bulldog, besides the one you already have?
Oh yeah, I talk about it all the time.
Yeah. Didn't you say American bulldogs? I thought you said.
Maybe
you said American bulldogs. Maybe.
I gotta see some more of them. I gotta see some more. I tell you what, though,
you did just see a Toy Story, right?
Yeah. I could get used to that. I could I can get used to that.
What's up, Michael?
Or
what's going on, Michael?
There
Pantera.
There was a bull mastiff, the beast.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Big. I was like, ooh. The
Yes.
guy, the
Yep.
guy's like, "Here, take me for a walk." I'm like, "Nah, I won't come back. I won't come back."
Just keep walking.
It'll be a thing. So that, or
Yeah.
I was talking about it yesterday with somebody, maybe at work or something, but like now, if I wanted a dog, it wouldn't just like. First of all, I know how to find them. You know what I mean? But then, like, I know the people to go see.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if I wanted a shorty bull, I can I can get a hold of Jamie. She may not be breeding anymore, but she'll know who's got the one who's got the one that I need to get.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I
Where to
mean?
go? Yeah.
Yeah, if I wanted another Corso, I see Joe, or you know what I mean. Like so, eventually I'll have something else. You know, probably just for a pet, but it's gonna be something. You know what I
Do
That's
mean?
true.
do you ever get that? Well, this question will be for both of you guys. Do you guys ever get where people, maybe you have a relationship with them, or they know you maybe from social media, and they DM you or call you or ask you like about a different breed? Like Dennis, maybe anybody ever
Oh,
ask you about a
yeah,
breed you
I
don't
had
know?
people. Yeah, I had people reach out to me. And it's crazy you said bull mastiff. Somebody reached out asking me about that breed, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know anything about them. I can't really give you information because that's not my breed. But
Yeah.
there's certain things that if they ask, like, oh, can I give a bull mastiff the same shot I give, let's say, the American bulldog? I'm like, it's the same shot for all dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. But
Yes.
specifics, I can't give you specifics like I could give you for the American bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You just general dog stuff, you know. What
Yeah.
about you, Cos? Anybody ask you like, hey, I know you have dogs. I'm not interested in that dog, but you got this dog?
Maybe maybe not strangers so much, but like if
Yeah.
me and you work at the same place, and you want to get a Yorkie for your wife, for some reason you're gonna talk to me about it first. You'll be like,
Yeah.
man, I don't know, scared of getting scammed, whatever, whatever. And man, well, let's find you a Yorkie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to
Yeah,
do.
we'll get to it. Let's ask this guy. Yeah, I had some people where they asked, like this guy was asking, all the difference, and he's like, "Hey, look, it's the same dog," and it was just random. It had nothing to do with. He knew that I have dogs and stuff, and he was like, "Hey, I want to get a dog for my family." So I'm like, "Okay, well, first, what are you like? What are you looking to spend?" And then we did the whole dog pound thing, and then I gave my views on that. And then he was like, "Look, at this dog is like 500, and then well, you're saying these dogs should be more, and or this dog you found costs more." And I'm like, well, yeah, ask these couple questions. And then he was like trying to figure out what was the difference. So I just kind of guided him. He was like, oh, you're right. Like I asked him, he said that the mom and dad had papers, right? And then he asked if the grandparents, like those dogs, had papers. And the lady said the dad yes, the mom no, right? And we're just talking like regular, not dog terms. So then I was like, you see the difference? I was like, well, she can't tell you for certain. I was like, yeah, that looks like a bull mastiff. I'm not gonna lie, but she did, and she never said, oh, it is a bull mastiff. She just said, well, we don't have papers for that one.
Yeah.
So
Like,
we don't know
okay,
what it is.
yeah. So
Unknown.
yeah, I was like, that's unknown. I was like, you see, that one was the lower end. I said, that's the other guy, and then sure enough, the guy produced a bunch of stuff and was telling him more. So I was like, you see the difference, like. He's like, oh shoot, I didn't even realize. I just figured like a dog was a dog. It's like you said, for the most part, yes, they are dogs or dogs are dogs. But those kind of things come into play, when you're looking for a
Yeah.
dog and whenever it's just for you, whatever. But if you're like, I'm gonna get this for my children or for my family, yeah, it's probably best to ask around and get some help, right? It's a big
Always.
thing.
Yeah, that or like
Yeah.
I microchipped a couple people's puppies in the parking lot at work before.
That's cool.
I was gonna bring them. Can you do it for me? Yeah, or like their puppy shots. They don't want to poke their dog. They freak
Yeah.
out. Stuff like that. So
Yeah, done some puppy shots.
Yeah, like
yeah, and I'm
when Gabriel got into it. Yeah,
Go ahead.
when Gabriel got into it, like his first litter, I went out there and helped them vaccinate the dogs, and I told them, bro, if you're gonna be breeding, here, just do what I'm doing. And I was like, and you're gonna have to do it at the end. So now his customers come to him and be like, hey, can you give my dog a shot? I'm like, he's like, yeah.
Yeah, Dennis came over. He was giving the dogs a shot. That my kids were like, "What the heck?" And my girl's like, "What are you guys doing in there?" But it's like, and then it's not like we're not. They didn't go to the vet, but like those kind of things you can provide it. It's a simple thing. You know which one to get, right? Well, for the first time, it's like, hey, where do you grab them? I think too, if you go to the vet enough, times, right? Like you see it, and then you're like, "Oh, okay, cool. They charged me $70 for this," and I got to do 8 of these. But yeah, Dennis hooked me up, and then I was like, "All right." He's like, "Hey, next time that's all you." I'm like, "All right, let's do one right here in front of you, so you can tell me if we're good." And it worked out. And then you get the little vaccines, and then after they came to me, and the first time the customer came, I was a little shy because now it's not my dogs anymore, right? I'm doing it for like someone else's dogs, so that's where it could be a little. Like, hey, what'd you do to my dog or whatever? So it's kind of, but then you get comfortable and they don't know either. So they rather you than take them to the vet for that. They take them to the vet for other stuff, but for that one we could do in the beginning. But the more you learn and the more the more you can help out other people.
Yeah.
If they get crazy, if they freak out and get crazy, whoever that is getting crazy, don't even have the nerve to give a puppy a shot. So back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's exactly. They're like, I'm like, you want to do this? And oh heck no! I'm like, exactly. Just we'll be all right over here.
You can't give this puppy a shot. You know what
I mean? Hell yeah! No, that stuff is pretty cool. Or dewormer. I see where people dewormer. That's a normal thing, right? We could all say like, hey, that's normal. But I see some people where they go and pay for the service or go and they're like, dewormer, what do you do? I'm like, man, just put it in the mouth. But I guess if you're not in this world, you wouldn't know that, and you don't have to be like a healthcare, professional to administer, the dewormer. But I've had some dogs where it's simple. I had one dog, even when he was growing and I would deworm him, he would literally run, right? Then you have to hold him down. And then once he did, he would like, not spit it out, like sneeze it out, like, and all just, it was crazy. That was Dennis. That was Dallas. Oh. That dude did not like, and that was like 140 pounds. That dude was huge, and he did not like dewormer.
I started mixing.
I don't know why.
I got tired of wearing it. So like when I'm feeding them, I'll scramble it into an egg and put it on top of the kibble, or if I'm feeding raw, I'll mix it in some ground beef. Put it in something that they're gonna eat. Because otherwise, you're gonna wear it and it's gonna be all over the floor. You give them 7 cc's and 3 of them are on the ground. And you're like, the math ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you're off. Yeah, so you gotta give them 12 cc's so they can swallow 4 of it. Then it costs money and it's a mess. Yeah, but that's a good method.
The first litter we had, I didn't know none of this. I'm not straight. I didn't know nothing. And we had puppies, and puppies I got deposits on all the puppies within like the first 2 weeks. Puppies are claimed, shop shut down. Now I'm just sending pictures, keeping tabs, whatever. And the puppies crap worms. Oh no. hey, people said, oh no, the puppies are broken. You already
yeah.
So I don't know.
It's over. It's over.
We go to the vet the next day. Like, these puppies got worms. What do we do? We took these people's money. Like, so it's like there's puppies that been dewormed and puppies that have worms. That's the only 2 kinds.
Yeah. He's
so
like, oh.
We dewormed them, but I'm still watching. Every time I pick up poop, I'm watching. Like, okay, what do we got? Of course, it cleared up.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I go picture Kobe like, what is that?
It's over. We're done.
I'm gonna just be unbridledly me right now, right? I'll tell you what I really said. Oh my God, I took these white people's money and these puppies are broken. You know, that's what I said.
Yeah.
People, Rhode Island and stuff. Oh my God.
Yeah, all these people up and down the East Coast, they were already paying for a flight. Like, well, and that's the thing too. I think when you're probably, when you're younger or like, back in the days, worms too, like that was like a thing you would tell you kind of like that, like it was like, oh, worms. I said the dog's malnourished, is sick. But in reality, it's like a natural thing. Like you said, either they got them or they don't got them. You just got to deworm them either way, like they're going to have them. but that's it. But you would be like that, like, oh, it's just sick, throw it away, like take it to the vet and needs something, right? But we know that's not the case.
So then we got used to that. Like, okay, they're going to be born. We're going to have to deworm them. And then a couple litters in, someone's like, oh, we'll just deworm mom before she has the puppies. I'm like, shut up. That don't work.
Yeah.
Big difference. Big difference.
Yeah. Before and after.
Yeah.
Before and after. And I would recommend too, like, people say even males, just whatever, twice a year, once a year. Depending on how easy it is for you to do it.
Well, I live in Arkansas. We're in the jungle, so
yeah. Oh yeah,
hot,
it's probably
humid, moist air. So it's you got to deworm a little more frequent, whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
SoCal, bro, it's dry, and there's nothing. There's not the same worries. Heartworm. Yeah, I didn't know what heartworm. They wouldn't give me a stray dog at the pound because I wasn't on heartworm with the vet. I'm like, what's that? I come from the desert. What do you mean? There's puddles of water. Well, we don't have puddles of water. You know what I mean?
There's no water here. Tell me where there's water.
So they wouldn't give me a stray dog. That they'd probably wind up putting down anyway because of that. So
that's crazy. Dennis, that never happened to you when you maybe had your first litter, something like your first kind of like, what the hell is going on here?
You know what? No, not my first litter. I think it was more of my my second American Bulldog. My mentor had gave me a color pup, right? And it was American Bulldog. It was a chocolate. And he's like, man, here. And I take it home. The first pup I got, she was good. No, she was dewormed. And he told me I didn't deworm this dog. So I'm like, okay, cool. I take her home and she starts pooping. And I see these long ass worms hanging out. And I'm like, what is that? So, Pops was like, I guess he knew. He's like, don't worry. He's like, you got medicine for this? I was like, is there even medicine for this?
We need to pull them out or what?
Yeah. So no, finally I took him to the vet and they dewormed them.
Yeah. See, that stuff is
them.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you don't know. I think with that too, like Dennis helped me out too, like, hey, make sure you do this. And I in the beginning too, I swear I knew the schedule for like worming and shots. I'm like, that's it. Hey, is this day? Huh? What day am I texting? I'm like, I'm gonna text you. So I remember the day and I asked you, like, 2 weeks or this time do it. Or this is the one. I'm like, oh shit, what shot is it again? Like, I already told you, but just to make sure. But I think my kind of moment was that all the dogs were done and it was like raining and they were outside and we were bringing them inside. The puppies, they were like right before they were going home. And one of them, he was already sold to another state and everything. He was set up. They were gonna pick him up the next day. This guy went under the house. I don't know how we got in there, and I could not take him out. And I was losing my mind, and it just like a storm out of nowhere. And I'm outside. I was like, dude, I'm about to call the fire department. What am I gonna tell these people? Same thing. I already got the deposit. They're flying. They're like on their way over here. Man, it was crazy. And we finally got him out. We had to like it was crazy. Like, it was just, I was mad. My girl was like, why are you so mad? You're going to get him out. Like, dude, it's not my dog. If it was somebody else, and it was crazy. And I text him like, and then when I got him out, I was like, hey, I recorded this. Like, check your dog out. Like, this guy was under the house. Like, but I was worried, man. I was scared. I was like, I thought in my head, like the fire department was on their way. But we finally got him out from under the house. But for me, I was scared. I was like, man, I'm freaking out.
So Gam, Sam is asking at what age or at what litters you stop breeding your females, or how many litters would you consider like, all right, this enough for her, or is it a certain age that you just stop breeding them?
When I first started, I think I told you too, like, I'm gonna do one and then that's it, right? Like with that female. And then when I realized, like, hey, that's probably not ideal, and that was not gonna be, work out. So then I was like, 2, right? And I think I even told my girl, like, hey, we're just gonna do 2, right? And that's it. She said, okay, 2 is fine. I was like, 3, right? Let's try for 3. But I haven't bred a female more than 3 times. But I think as far as age, I haven't been breeding them long enough to tell you when I'm gonna stop. I think kind of varies on the actual female itself.
Yeah.
But me personally, I would say anywhere from like 2 to 4, depending. What's that?
Till the uterus
Till the
falls
wheels
off.
fall
Say it.
off. Yeah,
wheels
till the
fall
wheels, till the wheels fall out. We just gotta keep going. Hey, that's the Lord's work, right? Just gotta keep going. Nah, but yeah, I figured that, and depending on the age, of the dog, but yeah, I would probably say 2 to 4, and probably from age like 4 to 6, right? I haven't
Yeah.
got there yet, but that's probably like for me would be max out. And I haven't neutered a female yet, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, what about you guys?
I think for a female, it's spayed. Neuter is for the
Yeah.
boys.
And I haven't neutered a male, and I haven't spayed a female yet. You can see we don't do that over here. We're natural. We don't.
Right.
That's not what the Lord intended.
Yeah, you
Listen,
still
if
got
I
time.
want to
She's
read
still,
it one
she's
more
still
time.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, you could do it one more time.
definitely.
I don't know how many times before, but yeah. And then that's the thing, sometimes people say like back to back, right, is better,
Yeah.
or giving them like every other, right? From my kind of what I've seen or like read, I think probably back to back would be better.
Okay, go.
Back to back. And then when because then you're like healing and going back and forth, and the like trauma that it takes, so it'll just be back to back. You bang them out, and then you're done, and then she could be free. But if you do like one every other year, now there's like the healing and all that. It's probably more stress and more damage, probably on the female. From what I've kind of from what I know, but I've heard both. Some people say, "Oh, well, that's cruel too, right? Doing it too much," but I don't know. From my research, I think it's better to kind of stack them up than staggered. Agree? Disagree?
Oh yeah,
I agree. I think that the issue is not the dog, it's people. And the biggest mistake that we can make is putting our own human sensibilities on a non-human. You know what I mean? Because the best thing I ever heard was said was left on her own. Was left
That's
on her
right.
own, bitch will have puppies twice a year if you don't get in the way.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying, like I was joking. I'll tell you. I'm not saying that. But get your work done, get it done, and let the dog go on and have a life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether that's 2, 3 years old, 2, 3 litters, 5 years, whatever it is. But just remember, it's a dog, and don't make it be a person in your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you said it.
And
Yeah.
you know what? It's the same thing like wild animals, right? Out there in the wild. Shit. They come in heat, they're breeding.
And when they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
My girl
Yeah.
Bella, my dachshund.
Yeah.
I was gonna pull up my AKC thing. I think she had 5 litters. Right?
Yeah.
And she's I haven't had her spayed. I just haven't. I got no excuse, no reason why I just haven't. But she comes in and out of heat, and she ain't trying to handle more puppies.
See?
She ain't trying to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nah,
I
I'm
think
done.
and that's more natural. Like, hey, we're not gonna, See, he said my grandma has 15 kids. But hey, that's the truth, right? And that's human. So if you think about it, that was back to back. You've been pregnant for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it's done, it's over. And then, like you said, they could be, like, hey, now you're free. You do your thing.
My grandparents, had 11 kids. Grandma got pregnant 14 times.
Wow.
You see? And we're worried about these dogs over here twice.
3 times.
You know what I mean?
3
Yeah.
Hey, for real. And you know how it is when that happens. Like the older ones raise the younger ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got somebody in a picture holding their Theo. You know what I mean? Like it's real life. It happens because You know what I mean? Big families, whatever. But I'm just saying, when they're done, they'll stop.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
we have bulldogs. C-sections and all that stuff change the game from a regular, like a dachshund. They breed natural, whelp natural. There's very little human involvement unless you're shipping semen or something like that. You know what I mean? But bulldogs are different because of that. Because now you're talking having a dog that's not having her puppies natural.
Yeah.
She's having,
Yeah.
possibly more than likely having C-sections, getting cut open, the drugs, everything else. It's an ordeal. So that's why we kind of more put limits on it than,
Yeah.
What it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then even certain dogs, even if it's the same breed, like some are easier, right? Like you have no problem like this. She gets, she has the puppies, she birds them, she takes care of them, she bounces back, right? There's some that, don't do that.
Damn, that's a
17
lot.
kids. No twin. See?
Oh,
Hey.
and the golden ovary goes too.
Yeah. Can somebody beat 17? I think there's 2 people here tied for 17.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get an award. We're gonna have to find something to give you.
So, Cole, this question is going to be more for you to answer. Well, I could answer on it too, but what do you think? What about when they do C-section?
No, you answer it, and I'll tell you why after you answer it.
Okay. I since I breed Frenchies, I've done 3 C-sections on her. And I just feel like, cutting that wound over and over is too much. So I just do 3, and that's about it for me.
Yeah.
Read the name.
Margaret Sykes. Oh.
Yeah, that's my mom. She's sitting asking me. She's asking you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Hi, Mom.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Mrs. Sykes.
Shout out to her. That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good family.
Yeah. And even with that being said, like, I know she's asking about Mo. Mo's only had 2 litters. You know what I mean? There's been some misses in there. You know what I mean? So
yeah. She could have one more.
And last one she bounced right back. She had the concrete litter.
Yeah, and that's always depending. Some bounce back quicker than others. Oh shit, I was wrong. My mom said 18. Dang.
Yeah, see?
Hell yeah, Michael. Congratulations. She won. You won.
Yeah.
Bing,
yeah.
Bing, 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 bing.
That's 2 litters.
Yeah.
18's 2 litters.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
So what's the litter size like with the ABs? What's the most you guys seen? What's the most you've had? What's the most you've heard of?
I had a litter of 12. Of 12, and that was like a 24-hour labor, man. It was crazy. And I didn't lose any. So that was a crazy part. And it was all natural, and she was exhausted. And when I thought she was done, boom, I'm like, man, she still got some more in there. And then finally, because I do use the oxytocin. So when I thought she was done, I was like, let me just hit her with this just so I could flush her out. She could be good. And boom, like an hour later, she drops the last one. And I'm like, holy crap. And, but yeah, 12, I've heard 13, but usually average, 6, 7, 8 the most. I think Gam had 8 his first litter.
Yeah, my first one was 8. 13. Yeah, see, that's a lot of puppies. Yeah, I don't want that many. When I do it, I'm like, okay, 6 to 8. That's it. Don't go crazy. The most I had was 8, and the least I had was 1. I had 1 singleton, singleton, like it was born just 1. Yeah, and that was another thing too. 1 puppy, and that the female freaked me out. That was something I never experienced. I called it like she's trying to fucking eat this guy. Yeah, like you're gonna eat him. And I was upset. I was mad. I told my girl, you know what? It's late. Lest the Lord, hey, if this puppy's meant to be, it's meant to be. So she seen I was discouraged, and so she's like, go get me a box. And we got her box and the light and a bottle. So she was like bottle feeding him. And I woke up to go to work. He was still, he was good. And now this fool's too, and he's a big old monster. But yeah, I thought his mom was gonna eat him.
Look at Michael. See, he's saying his largest AB litter was 7. OD 11.
Oh, 11.
Man,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's the first one I hear that about an oldie having that much pups in there.
I got a 10-piece in the other room. No
Oh
biscuits.
shit,
yeah.
man.
Okay, look,
Yes.
it really comes down just to the timing.
Yeah,
Whether the AI, with the AI, natural, whatever you do, it's the timing of it. If you hit her at the right time, buddy, and if
you're having.
that's,
Yeah,
I think that, in my non-expert opinion, that's the number one indicator is of litter size is just the timing. You know what I mean? Because yeah, when I've got the timing wrong, we had a singleton, it's just one puppy.
yeah.
One puppy. You know what I mean? The timing was wrong. Evidently, we only missed by a little bit. Something worked in there, but we.
Yeah, you were that. Yeah, that's how I feel like this one too. Even she was like pushing it out and everything. I'm like, it's, I don't even think anything stayed in there. Me, hey, enough stayed in there because she had one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You only missed by a little bit, but you missed.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
Spot. Yeah, there's definitely a sweet spot.
I know this is not my interview to conduct, but I got a question.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
What is this? What's this brew in these beakers that this dog is cooking up? What's he doing?
That's semen right there. It was 14 cc's.
Yeah, they're up in smoke.
Yeah. of the hottest stuff available.
Of the hottest out there.
Potent.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll hit even if she's already out of cycle already.
Yeah. It's got extender in it.
Yeah, it got extender in it.
There you go.
Extender and refinder.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael agrees with you, Cole.
Females don't drop. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's another.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cole, I know you got a little project that you started and it's going. Tell us a little bit about it. Let's make you public. Once people got pups in here. You started a transportation business going on. Talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah, plug it right now. Here it is.
Well,
my
we
AB
got
people.
the van.
Yeah,
we went and got the van. We are going to be doing puppy transport, dog transport. I'm going to start off slow with it. I had in my mind I was just going to get out there and just hit the ground running and take off with it. But we're going to go a little slow roll it a little bit, be a little more selective, make more timed runs. You know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, we're going to go next week. Nah, we're going to put one together for next month, the first week, whatever, and build it out that way. And because I don't want to be the cheapest. I don't want to have 20 crates in my van and just driving over the smell of puppy crap and all the other stuff that comes along with it. I'm gonna have a number of crates in there that is respectable, that a number of dogs I can manage and keep them clean, keep them healthy, keep them moving, to where I can, get out and do walks and have everybody cleaned up in 30, 45 minutes, not, trying to walk 10 dogs and feed them and it takes 2 hours, nothing like that. And, it's going to be more focused on the quality of the service. You know what I mean? When your dog goes somewhere with me, first of all, I'm a breeder. I know what, especially bulldogs, I know what they need. I know how they act. I can read them. I can treat them if we need to and get them to you in one piece. You know what I mean? Now, when they get there, they may not want to leave. They may be still trying to kick it with them.
Yeah.
But
trying to go back.
Hey, and I respect that, Cole. You said something that I'm like, man, that's what it is. You said quality. You're trying to give them a quality, experience and stuff. Because, man, I've had some experience where a transporter gets here, man. he can't even open the door from the van because there's so many crates in there, bro. And then you put in so much stress on these dogs when they're all jammed together like that, you know. So I respect
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then like you said, like you have a background and you know about the dogs, right? Or or if you need to treat them or something. Because I had experience when a transporter and the questions they were asking me, I'm like, are you just a driver or do you know about like dogs or like some kind of animal behavior? They were asking like weird questions. I'm like, I told them the dog bites the leash. So, hey, that's good information, right? You're the transporter. Hey, man, this dog, he's cool. He's obedient, but sometimes when he's on a walk, he likes to bite the leash. And then she was like, oh, well, is he aggressive or does he bite? And I'm like, no, I'm just saying he bites the leash. So if you guys are driving 8 hours, if you're going to stop, right? Like, he might want to get out. You're going to want to take him on a leash. He's probably going to bite it because he wants to play. But I'm letting you know that. And it was kind of weird. So I was like, it's weird. Like, it doesn't seem like you know much maybe animal behavior or dog behavior. Like, you got kind of like wanted to call it off right there. It's like, interesting, So I guess, if you don't really have the background, it's not just like a transporter, right? Your cargo is live. It's animals, right?
It's the first thing
that you know about them.
It's the first thing I ever hauled, ever moved, whatever that I cared for. You know what I mean? Because I've been a truck driver for the last 15 years. I've hauled everything from tanker trucks, logs, whatever. If it's got 18 wheels, I've probably drug it around. But
that's right.
Nothing that I ever genuinely cared about. Past man, I ain't trying to get in the wreck. I ain't trying to have on my record, whatever. Like you care like that for other people, their safety, whatever. But not for the actual cargo. Like, man, they burning trees, whatever. Just get them off my truck first. You know what I mean?
I'll dump the load right here. You open that dog door, or I'm gonna leave it right here.
Yeah. And this is the first thing that I've actually I care. Your puppy goes with me. Like I care about your puppy. It's gonna be all right. It's not gonna be on the ground at a truck stop nowhere. It's gonna be in my van the whole time. It'll be in the crate for a little while, in the front seat, in the passenger seat for a little while, whatever, get some air, see some sunlight, stuff like that. But, and then it's cool because I like handing them off. I like seeing people get their puppy that they've been waiting for. You know what I mean? The same, just you're a breeder. You know how it is when they've been waiting, they've been testing, they've been getting pictures. Oh man, and they finally get it. That's that real smile you get, bro. Yeah. So
like Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, because you get that feeling. You know the exact feeling when they come to pick up a dog, or you take them your dog, and they are excited for it. Now you're doing the same thing for other people, like more. It's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
So how was your first trip? Was it something that you were like, man, I should have planned this a little bit better? Or it was like, nah, it was a good experience?
It was a good experience. The things that I like, there are things that, man, I could have done that better. But those are things on me. You know what I mean? Like,
what was one? Like you didn't pack enough underwear? You packed too many underwear, not enough socks?
Come on now. I'm a truck driver. We're good on that. I'll tell you what, my van don't have cruise control.
So that was something you're like, this is...
Yeah, we're going to fix that before we go out anywhere else. And stuff like that. And now that it's getting warm, I need to get that. I got the air conditioner bought. I got to have somebody install it. So there can be an air conditioner in the back. That's not part of the van's electricity. It's got its own battery, everything. Yeah. So I can turn the van off and still have air back there. Stuff like that. Like I said, I'd rather take my time, kind of slow roll it, moving out, and you do it right. Then, man, hey, Dennis, bro, hey, bro, and you're like, what? Oh, bro, it's hot here, bro, and the dog. No, I don't want none of that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No. And you know how the sun is out, and I'm driving, and you have to tell the story.
Oh, man, it's just so big, and the sun just, you know what I mean? No, I don't want to.
And the kids are just looking at you out the window, like,
Yeah, but it's gonna
Nah,
be
that's
dope.
a
It's gonna be
good.
fun.
It's a good choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is the name of it?
What about
Your
just
transport company.
Sykes Pet Transport. Sykes
There you
Pet
go,
That's,
guys.
Transport.
that's right. Hit him up. This is the guy right here. Pet
Yeah,
transport. He even take you with you. He even said he'll take me with him if I needed a transport and drop me off on the
Hey,
way.
bro. Hey, hold on. Oh God, I don't know. I hope this guy's not watching. I won't say his name, so it don't matter. I had a guy reach out, right? He's like, and he said, "Okay, I've got a dog. We'll go from Texas to up the East Coast somewhere." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I gave him a price, and he's like, "Okay, cool. I'm talking to another guy, whatever. I'll let you know." I'm like, "What kind of dog is it?" He goes, "Oh, it's a presser, 100-pound presser." I'm like, "Huh." You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fair. I'm asking. I said, "So is the dog okay with other people, other dogs?" Like he's like, "No." You could. She was like, "Actually, it's protection trained, and you can't walk the dog." How the hell am I gonna take your dog from Texas
Yeah.
to and I can't walk it? He goes, "Oh, the other guy was talking about letting me ride along." Nah, I'm not your guy.
Look, now I gotta
See?
charge you for you too. Yeah.
I was being funny, but apparently that might be a thing.
It's not. I mean, somebody I know. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah. So I do got a shot. Okay. So y'all see me FaceTime. If you saw me live on the pet transport, me, Dennis, and Colehouse, I'll go in the back with the dog. We're gonna do a live vlog.
If I'm slamming a crate real loud on live,
I'm gonna be with the Meta glasses like that in the back.
Yeah.
You and Dennis gonna be in the front eating some snacks. Now, me and Dennis did that cool little road trip. I'm down for another one. It's two because you go on a road trip and you have the dogs. How are the dogs gonna act, right? Because that could make your trip like up here, down here, right? If the dogs are not cooperating. Then me and Dennis was pretty, we did good. So I'm like, okay, cool. I could have lasted another. We could go wherever now. I'm down, because being in the car with somebody to Arizona.
It was that dog show.
That was a dog show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying Arizona's a big place.
What was it? Tonopah?
Tonopah? Yeah.
So it was like 5 hours?
Like an hour away from Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the high desert.
Not the high desert.
No.
Yeah.
It was that low desert. No, it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it was cool. We rocked it out. I'm with it. We'll do another one like that.
Cool. One more thing though before we end this.
What's up?
How was your show, brother? I want to know about your show. How was it?
It was fun. I had a great time and 99% of the people there had a great time. You know what I mean? And the ones that didn't are quiet about it. So I'm cool.
I had a great time, and I was at home, and I was like, man, that show looks great right there.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun, bro. It's definitely something that we look forward to doing again. You know what I mean? It was a good time. It's a lot of work, but not really. It was just, it's a lot. It was fun. I don't know how to put it.
Were there things that you would have considered done different? Like, maybe like, man, I should have gotten more ribbons or more trophies, or you know what, I could have brought another catering place. Like a vendor.
Well, next year we had a weight pool.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll be doing that again. Because nobody, people really didn't participate, and it was just one. It was like I made one event into two events, and then one of the events kind of didn't. People didn't really participate in it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But that and just next year, bigger, louder. Like what Chris Rock said, bigger and blacker.
Yeah,
bigger and louder. Yeah, it's more of it because I like to have a good time. If I invite people here, I want them to have a good time. I want it to be fun for people that don't have a dog.
Yeah,
I want people to just live here, people to come. And man, there's something going on at the fairgrounds. Let's go peep it out. It's going to be fun. There's dogs there, and just have a good time. I don't see myself ever making an event that's just for the people holding leashes. Man. The point chaser, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Come here, chase your points. That's fine, but we're gonna enjoy the day. That's what we are gonna do.
Yeah, somebody might get married or something over there. Oh wait, you already did that. How you gonna top that?
Yeah.
Even the proposal. You guys went all out.
Yeah. He didn't do it indoors though. He did it,
off
to the side. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well, he knew what you had planned for him.
Oh, I was gonna get him out of
Nah, but that's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one, and getting more people out there and promoting that. I think it's cool.
For sure. Were you able to show any of your dogs?
No. We had Bob out there for a little bit. My brother bought Bob and a couple puppies for a little while, but once the thing gets started, you're on the job. Walking around. Oh, look at this. Nah, we got a show. We got a show to run here. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, working.
They got another one this weekend. Not this weekend. A couple weeks in Texas, the 18th. The Cowtown Showdown.
Oh yeah.
There's that one. Like I said, that's coming up in Fort Worth. That's all the information for that's on the EBA website, and that one I'll be good too. They got I don't know how familiar you are with Bull Force.
I am,
but Michael from Bull Force is going to be one of the judges.
Oh,
a lot of people are excited. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, bro. It's the year of the oldie.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have oldies too after a while. I think we got Martin.
Oh, Martin, he's already over there.
Martin, yeah, you guys already reeled them in. You just
Martin's
gotta pull them in already. Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker. Hey, he's in.
It's fun over here. We got toys, we got candy. You know what I mean? All that.
Come on. Hell yeah. Yeah, nah, he's in.
No. But Cole, brother, appreciate it. It was a good one. It was a fun one, brother. Honestly,
it was good. Samuel, shout out.
Yeah, Samuel.
Shout out to you too. You weren't. Your internet got you. See, look at it. Nah, but thanks for coming out. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it, brother. All right, see you in the next one, guys.
See you.
All right, y'all.